Hey there everyone, it's RetroKaizer here and welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something really, basically a pretty personal experience type video this is going to be. I'm going to be talking about something which is totally, it has just happened with me, it's my opinion, and it's going to be really personal, honestly, a very personal experience video. And in today's video, before getting to the topic, I just wanted to, share a word with you guys called fear. Now, the definition of fear is that the feeling that you get when something harmful, painful, or something bad might happen. Now, you might be wondering, why did I suddenly start this video off by introducing such a bad word? Now, this word is actually something which always happens with me. It's something that I always experience whenever I drive the first ever car that I bought, which was a tier 3. My first ever tier 3 experience, the car which strikes fear into my heart even till this day, is the NSX NA2. Now you might say, whoa, RetroKaizer, why fear? This is a really good car. Yes, it is without a doubt a great car. The NSX is nothing bad. But in my case, I never really understood why. The NSX has always been a double-edged sword for me. Ever since the day I bought this car, it kind of strikes fear into my heart. Basically, in my story in MRT, this car is my Devil Z. You might call it the Devil NSX. I don't know. Now, this was the first ever tier 3 car I ever experienced. This was the car which started it all. This is the car I clan raced with. This is the car I practiced a lot on C1 with, and this is the car that I practiced Otsuki with. Now, this was always a really fast car. This is always that car that either you get used to it and it'll give you great performance, or it is something that you never get used to and it will always put you in a position where you might just wonder, why the hell did I even buy this thing? But in my case, this has given me great victories, it's given me great accolades, it's given me lots of fun, but on the other hand, it's really made me suffer and cry a lot. Now, why so? Other people use the NSX NA2, they get great times, they get great experience, and they have lots of fun. So why is it so horrible in my case? Now, in my case, I don't know why, but no matter how much I've practiced with this car, there's always that tingling fear feeling in the back of my head that, oh boy, something's gonna happen. And honestly, most of the times, out of 100 cases, for 90 cases, it will backstab me no matter what. It loves to spin it out, it loves to shoot its tail out, and it loves to lose control when you least expect it. Now, it's a skill issue, most probably, but in my case, the NSX has always, somehow or the other, managed to make that fear word pop up in my mind. And even till this day, after driving so many cars, after getting so much experience, even now, the NSX is something that I avoid driving, because even now, this still manages to hurt me. And the NSX NA2 is a proper tier 3 car. It is fast, it loves to redline, and it is very, very good. But the slip and slide nature that it has as part of its character is where it becomes the most unpredictable tier 3 that you can drive. Because when you start sliding, it'll feel like you're in control, but as soon as you even think about changing and straightening out the car and giving it that acceleration, it will lose its traction and it will spin on you. Now, this car is something that you can become a master of if you practice lots and lots and lots and lots. Now, in my case, I practiced a whole lot with this car, and even despite that, it managed to somehow or the other slip in that wheel spin and really ruin a race or ruin something for me. But then again, it always depends on the guy driving. Now, of course, it might be a skill issue. Who doesn't suffer from a skill issue? Everyone does. But even so, after trying to improve it, the car still now manages to scare me. And just because it happened with me doesn't mean that it'll happen with you. But man, this car is very rich in character from that side. Even now, whenever I drive this, it reminds me of all the past mistakes I've made, all the times it really scared the shit out of me. And even so, I find myself coming back to this beautiful machine because it is a car that has great character, and that character is what I usually miss about this car. Because this car will do something to you, it'll make you feel that no, I need to conquer this car, I need to conquer its flaws, and I need to overcome this, and I want to make this car something which will become a pure asset for my racing journey. And that is where the NSX really becomes the monster that it is. It will tempt you, it will tell you, push me harder, and when you do, it will spin out and it will show you that it's still the boss. Now that is where you really need to find the better practice, you need to find the better lines, you need to learn how to control the throttle, how much the body likes to slip out, how much is the limit before it spins out, and where it likes to lose traction, what kind of turns can it handle, what kind of speeds does it perform best at, what RPM should you shift at. Trust me on this, people, once you get those factors down and you get used to this car, it is an absolute weapon. It packs a great amount of power, it has great ability. Yes, it will take a long period of time for you to get used to it. Heck, if you're someone who gets used to cars easily, then well, good for you. But this car will keep you really engaged, it will give you that fun nature, and it will have lots of character. Now in my case, once again, my personal experience is totally different from many of you, and maybe it's similar to you, I don't know. But this is what I felt with this car. It's a great machine, it's a absolutely powerful tier 3 car, but you really need to become absolutely used to it before you can start seeing any results, because it just loves to do that wheel spin, and it loves to suddenly quit on you and make you regret sometimes buying this. But if you overlook all those factors, if you just put those to a side, then you are looking at a car which will give you every bit of performance you require from a car. It'll give you great lap times, uphill, downhill, and as you can see right here, it gave me a very good uphill time. Now once again, the more you practice, the more you become better with. Now this car is something that will fulfill everything you want it to, and it will do so with a lot of character. So now let's just come down to who's this car for. Now this car is rated E for everyone, honestly, because this car will do everything you want it to do. It will do C1, it will do Ichikawa, it will do Otsuki, and it will even do Tokyo City. But it depends on you and your level of practice with the car. Basically, it's just like every other car, except it just has a bit more of that tendency to spin. That is what I'm gonna say. It's a great car, it's really fast, and once you get used to it, it becomes, once again, a proper tier 3 weapon. You can even go up against the tier 4s with this if you tune it up properly. And once again, tuning has made the option of making this car a whole lot more better, and if you get the proper tune-in on it, it can become a great vehicle for you to have in your arsenal. Now beginners, I'm sharing my own experience with you. When I was a beginner, when I first got this car, the main problem I faced was the wheel spin and spinning out. So you're gonna have to practice in those turns a whole lot if you want to get better with the NSX, and you also have to practice when to accelerate and when to let off the throttle way more than other cars to get used to this vehicle. Basically think of it as a car which will give you great rewards once you get used to it. And those people who are trying to upgrade from a tier 2 or are looking for a whole lot more performance out of a tier 3, then yeah, go ahead, buy this car, practice with it, and it will not disappoint you even for a bit. So that is it with this video, and I hope you all, found this informative, and this was my opinion and this was what I experienced. And do share in the comments below what you guys experienced with your NSX, and do share some NSX stories if you have them. So this is RetroKaizer signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, hit that subscribe button and like this video so I know that you guys enjoyed it. See you later.